Hey everybody, this is First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad Pan. I just want to talk about what's going to happen in the next 24 hours, 36 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, a lot of winter weather to talk about. So let's get right to the maps. This is what it's going to look like tomorrow morning when you wake up. These are the 2-meter temperatures based on the NAM model. Here's our Arctic front up here in the Midwest, moving down through Wisconsin, Minnesota, down through Iowa. Temperatures up here near the Canadian border about 10 to 15 below zero. Duluth in the morning is going to be about 3 below. Minneapolis, Minnesota is going to be about 7 degrees. As you move down into the Charlotte area, temperatures are going to be in the low 30s to upper 20s tomorrow morning. But let's see how this Arctic front progresses through the day tomorrow. I'm going to go grab the timeline here, and we'll go out into tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. Tomorrow evening, it looks like the front's going to arrive in the mountains sometime after midnight and then move down into the Piedmont early Saturday morning, probably around 9 or 10. So the high is going to occur when you wake up on Saturday morning. But then as we go through the day on Saturday, the temperature is going to be falling like a rock. And by the time we get to about 7, 8 o'clock on Saturday night, temperatures are already in the 20s in Charlotte, and in the mountains, oops, we went past there, we're talking about temperatures already in the teens and single digits. So it's going to be dropping like a rock, and by the time we get to Sunday morning, you wake up, we're barely above zero in the mountains. That's that purple area, and in Charlotte we're about 19 or 20. So if we come out a little bit, we'll go into Sunday afternoon. This is Sunday afternoon. The high temperature based on this model is going to be about 36 degrees in Charlotte, maybe about 20 up in Boone. As we go out even further into the afternoon, then it gets really cold again Sunday night into Monday morning. Let's look at the GFS model. We'll go out further into the future. Let's go into Monday afternoon. Warms up a little bit. Temperatures will be back in the low 40s on Monday. Not exactly balmy, especially compared to the temperatures we've seen this winter. But the thing you notice as we go from Monday night to Tuesday, Valentine's Day, the blues show up again. These are below the freezing mark temperatures early on Tuesday morning. We tend to have a lot of that around Charlotte into the Carolinas. So what's going on there? Well, let's go back a couple frames and let's look at 3-hour snowfall forecast. This is this weekend snow in the mountains. We'll go back and show the snow in the mountains coming in. It comes in and out pretty quickly, 1 to 3 inches this weekend. But let's go into the weekend and look at this thing developing out west and then tracking east towards us. This is late Monday night. And again, these are 3-hour snowfall forecasts from the GFS model. Notice the heavy snow developing in the southwestern mountains into the Smokies, southwest of Asheville. And then this is right around sunrise, Valentine's Day morning. We've got a good swath of snow developing all the way along the I-85 and I-40 corridors moving into the Charlotte region. Now, it's not heavy. Right here, you're looking at 3/10 of an inch, so like a quarter of an inch of snow. But look what happens as you go towards about 10 a.m. We get about an inch of snow. And it's going to be a wet, heavy snow because temperatures will be marginal. And then we go out into the afternoon and everything's gone by about lunchtime. What are the temperatures looking like right about the time this snow is falling? Well, let's look at that. There's the snowfall forecast. Here's the temperature forecast. 35 degrees in Charlotte. So even if it's going to be snowing, a lot of this is not going to be sticking. But it will be cold enough because it doesn't have to be at freezing at the surface to get snow. It only has to be cold enough just above the surface so that the snow doesn't have time to melt when it leaves the cloud before reaching the ground. So looking at this, I would say there's a really good likelihood there's going to be some snow moving into the region by the time this is all done. So let's take a look at what's going on with the other model data. When you look at the GFS model, notice all the models, the last two have come in with snow about an inch, inch and a half for Charlotte on Tuesday. And then looking at the temperatures came in much colder for Tuesday. So you're looking at temperatures generally probably only in the mid to upper 30s, close to 40 on Tuesday. And for Sunday, you're looking at highs maybe only 38. So we're going to debut the snow meter tonight coming up at 11. We'll talk more about the cold air this weekend, the mountain snow Saturday into Sunday, and then get into the details for what's going to happen on Tuesday. I'll see you then.